Hello students, welcome to chapter 10. This year we will cover 10.1, 10.2, 10.3 and 10.8. And today I will explain section 10.1, which is basically very easy, just introduction to circles. We'll talk about definitions and circumference and area. All right, so we will skip the POD for this video, but let's start with the definitions. A circle is the locus or set of all points in a plane equidistant from a given point called center. So on this picture, this is your center, and the circle is the points the same around the circle that are the same distance. Okay, so we call this circle C, or you could just draw a circle, put a center, and call this C. That's how we name circles. All right, let's talk about some special names. Most of you obviously know the definition of a radius and a diameter, but the chord may be tricky. But officially, let's write the definitions in your notebook. So the first one is a radius. Okay? A radius is a segment with endpoints at the center and okay, so obviously radius would be the segment from the center to the point on the circle, so this is your radius. A chord. Chord by definition is a segment with endpoints on the circle. Okay, so chord would be segment like this. Endpoint here, and this is your chord. And the third definition is a diameter, which is obviously the longest chord, and diameter is twice the radius. Okay, so diameter would be this segment. Okay, so that's your diameter. So diameter of a circle is a chord. Why I'm not allowed to type? Okay, do this. Is a chord that passes through the center. All right, so let's practice. Question A, name the circle and identify the radius. So to name the circle, I can say circle P, or I can just draw a circle and call this P. Identify a radius. We have 3 radii, so I will list all of them. One of them is PM, another one is PN, and the third one is LP. So we have 3 radii. Question B, identify a chord and a diameter. So chord would be segment JK over here, with a bar on top of it, segment. Diameter would be HG. Warning, when you name a diameter, do not use 3 letters. Okay, we're only using the endpoints. So do not say HEG. Okay, just say AG. Simple examples. If segment QV, which is your radius, is 8 inches, what is the diameter of circle Q? Obviously, the radius are congruent, so this is 8 and this is 8. Therefore, diameter is equal to 16 inches. All right, let's talk about circles. Two circles are congruent if and only if they have congruent radii. Obviously, if this radius is 3 inches and this is 3 inches, the circles are exactly the same shape, same size. Congruent means exactly the same. All circles are similar, okay, and they are because they're just similar. And the last definition is concentric circles are coplanar circles that have the same center. So the two circles over here, they share the same center, okay, and they're called concentric circles. All right, what else can happen? Two circles can intersect in two different ways. 2 points of intersection over here, also like this, but they can also have 1 point of intersection, such as this picture or this picture, or they can have no points of intersection. All right, let's do one problem. The diameter of circle S is 30. So 30 is this length. Okay, and the diameter of circle R is 20 units. So diameter of circle R is equal to 20 units. So circle R is this one. So how should I do this so we can understand this? So from here to here, it's 20. Segment DS, which is this segment in red, is equal to 9. The question is, how long is segment CD? So we are looking for this part. How long is this segment? All right. If the diameter of the larger circle is 30, the radius is 15. Okay? So in other words, this is 15 over here. But this is 9, and if the entire segment is 15, this has to be 6. Okay? So the answer is 6. Find the circumference of a circle with diameter of 16 units. First of all, let's introduce some formulas. Circumference by definition is the distance around the circle, which is almost like perimeter. But when we say circle, we say circumference. Circumference equals 2 pi r, or you could also say circumference equals pi d. Why are we allowed to say this? Because diameter is twice the radius. Okay, so circumference equals 2 pi r, or circumference equals pi d. So in this case, I have diameter of 16. So circumference will be equal to pi times 16. In mathematics, we don't say x times 2, we say 2x. So circumference equals 16 pi. All right, if you write it this way, this will be called exact. Okay? If you want approximation, you will multiply 16 times pi on your calculator, or 3.14 if you have a cell phone or cheaper version, and 16 times 3.14 will give you C equals 50 and 24 hundredths units. This is called an approximation. Why approximation? Because you round it. Okay, 3.14 is not pi. Pi never stops. Okay, Find the circumference of a circle with a radius of 5 inches. So C equals 2 pi r. Okay, I'm just going to find exact. So C equals 2 times pi times 5. So the exact answer is circumference equals 10 pi units. Actually, I give you inches. So this would be called exact. If you want approximation, use your calculator or just replace pi with 3.14. Next question. Find the diameter and a radius of a circle with circumference of 18 inches. So now this question is different because we have to work backwards. Now I give you the circumference. We are asking you how long is the diameter and a radius. So circumference is equal to pi d. Okay, that's your formula. So 18 equals 3.14 times diameter. To get d by itself, divide by 3.14 and also divide by 3.14. So 18 divided by 3.14 will give you approximately 5.7. So diameter would be 5.7 inches. If I know the diameter, how do I find radius? I divide by 2. And if you do it, I will get the radius is approximately 2.85 inches. Find the circumference of a circle with area of 36 pi. This should be written this way, okay? First, how do you find area of a circle? Area is pi r squared. So 36 pi is equal to pi r squared. You can divide by pi, you can divide by pi, you get 36 equals r squared. And you know that 6 times 6 is 36. Also, negative 6 times negative 6 is 36, but we cannot have negative distance. So r equals 6 units. So what is the circumference? 2 pi r. 2 times pi times 6. And your final answer will be 12 pi units. That's called exact. If you want the approximation, just replace pi with 3.14 or use pi on your calculator. Okay? Another example, find the circumference of a circle with area. So this time I give you approximation for the area. So area equals 87.2 and area of a circle is pi r squared. So 87.2 equals 3.14 r squared divided by 3.14 divided by 3.14. R squared is equal to approximately 27.8. Okay, then square root of both sides. Again, I'm rounding, so I will say 5.3. So R is equal to 5.3 centimeters. So if the radius is 5.3, circumference would be 2 pi r. And again, I'm going to round this time. I'm going to use approximation. So it will be 2 times 3.14 times 5 and 3/10. 2 times 3.14 times 5.3. I have approximately C equals 33 and 3/10 centimeters. All right, and the final part of this video, of this section 10.1, is inscribed polygons. A polygon is inscribed in a circle if all of its vertices lie on the circle. So inscribed means, see how the corners, vertex L, vertex M, and P, they lie on the circle. And again, there are special quadrilaterals, okay? If you have this picture, this wouldn't be inscribed because this vertex here is not on the circle. Okay, to be inscribed, all the vertices have to lie on the circle. So we have some properties. Okay, a square with a length of 9 inches is inscribed in circle J. So first of all, square has 4 congruent sides and 4 right angles. So this segment is 9 and this segment is 9. Okay, the question is, find the exact circumference. So circumference equals 2 pi r, but in this case, I will say circumference equals pi d. Now, this is a very interesting problem because look at the dotted segment. This segment, I can call it diameter. I can call this hypotenuse. I can call this, what else can I say? Diameter, hypotenuse. I can also say diagonal. All right. So this is very interesting. I am going to redraw this picture for you. Again, this problem is special. So if this is original square, we know that we will have 45, 45, 90 triangle. So technically, it's an isosceles right triangle. If this side is 9, this side is 9, and without work, without doing any, don't use Pythagorean term, how long is the hypotenuse? Is 9 radical 2. See how quick this is? Excuse me. So circumference would be pi times 2 radical 2. No, 9 radical 2. But we don't really write it this way, okay? Multiplication is commutative. Typically, you will write 9 pi and then radical 2, and the units are inches. So this is the exact circumference. Now, if you want the approximation, you can just put this in your calculator. And last example for today, okay, is question 6a. Find the exact circumference of each polygon. So in this question, in this problem, I have an inscribed right triangle with legs of 7 meters and 3 meters. So, and we should also mention that the diagonal would be your diameter. So, you have this picture. This is 7. This segment is 3. And obviously, to find circumference, I need to know diameter. Now, this diameter, okay, is also the hypotenuse of the right triangle. So how do I get d? 7 square plus 3 square is equal to d square. 49 plus 9 is equal to d square. 58 is equal to d square. So d would be square root of 58. Now, can I simplify 58? Look for perfect squares. 58 divided by 4, we cannot do it. 16, we cannot. So that's your diameter. So circumference will be pi times radical 58. Okay? So your final answer would be pi radical 58, and the units are meters. Okay, 7:05 p.m. So this video I think was 20 minutes. So thank you for watching this video. Make sure you take good. I hope you took good notes. If not, rewatch it, and we'll continue in class. Have a good day.